Hey there. Is that me? No. I didn't even realize that I could already start moving. I don't think I'm supposed to go. Sector is late. I lingered in the school corridor, my back against the cold wall. The idle grad school gossip and occasional grumbling complaint, which usually permeate this hallway, remained absent. Only the sound of impatient thumpings keep me company, as the tap 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 of my boot echoes across the floor. Just wait 20 minutes, he said. I'll be right there, he said. I checked the clock once more. It's almost been an hour. Celestine! Sector finally shows up. He throws a half wave in my direction. His footsteps are languid and easygoing as he saunters up to me, his brows furrow in an annoyance at the affable grin on my face. Well, his face. You're late. Am I? He doesn't even bother checking the time. I try not to let my frustration show. Of course you are. Did you forget about me? Oh, I would never. It's just that... He trails off, and for a moment, my anger subsides at the troubled expression on his face. My voice comes out softer this time. Sector. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how to say this. For 1 month I've known Sector. He doesn't often act this way. He tends to be indulgent and carefree. Not the kind of person that worries about consequences, but now, he's being cautious with his words. Honestly, it worries me. What's wrong? Did something happen with your professor? He takes a deep breath before giving me an unsteady look. It's just... I don't know if you're ready for this yet. I don't want to put you in danger. What? Ready for what? Sector pauses. I could feel my heartbeat ringing in my ears. I gulp nervously as I listen to what Sector says next. Have you heard of the Mirror of Venus? I quickly run through my mind. I've been studying non-stop ever since I first came into this world, and Sector's teaching methods can sometimes feel a bit unorthodox. However, I admit Sector benefits from an extraordinary amount of resources, especially books. I myself have gone through many of them already. But the name Mirror of Venus doesn't ring a bell. Did I miss something? No, I don't think so. What is it? It's a magical artifact. 100 years ago, it was considered one of the most important artifacts in the kingdom. Rumor says the mirror has gone missing. Is anyone looking for it? No, that's why my professor wanted to see me. I struggled to conceal my excitement at the idea of finally doing something adventurous, heroic even. At last, I have an opportunity to practice my magic on something that isn't just doing chores for Sector, or cleaning up for Sector, or running errands for Sector. I tear my mind away from the depressing thoughts and focus back on what my mentor is saying. He deemed me the best candidate to confirm whether those rumors are true. His eyes meet mine. So, I want you, my star pupil, to accompany me. I stifle a snort. Despite it all, Sector is still Sector, no matter if we're in the lab or going on a deadly quest. Star pupil? I'm not your only pupil, Sector, which automatically makes you my best one. His playful grin is rubbing off on me. I'm almost tempted to play along, but we shouldn't get carried away. You say it's dangerous, right? Is it heavily guarded? Do we need to prepare anything? Magic items? I have potions. Bring what you can, but we need to move quickly. Why? Where is it? I'll explain more on the way, but before we go, I need to ask you. Are you sure you want to do this? I have to for my professor, but it's not too late for you to change your mind. I'd understand. My hands tremble slightly as anticipation grows in my stomach. I give a hard nod. I'm sure, Sector. Thank you. This time I let my smile show. Let's go find the Mirror of Venus. Right, I'm going this way. What? Oh. Okay, so it's 3D. I should probably go that way. Being honest, I should probably go that way. Also, like, I'm just wondering what I can interact with in the world. Night. Screen faded to black. The Academy of Calem floats high in the sky, granting a picturesque view of the city and clouds. However, I've never seen this spot, not even from the highest point of the school. After going down, we found ourselves in the Galbraith neighborhood. It's quite different from Priel. It feels like an entirely separate town. The peaceful chirps of sparrows brush past my ears as a warm breeze sweeps against my bangs. I inhale the crisp air and let my eyes hop from store to shop, admiring the quaintness of it all. Do you like it? Of course I love it. Once this quest is over, we should come again. If we survive, that is. A chill pours over me. Yeah, that too. Sekta's eyes meet mine, as if searching for signs of unease. Then he continues his usual pretentious tone. We'll be fine. Besides, I'm here. Right. So I try not to let it show. Doubt creeps into my voice. So, where is it? We need to find the entrance to the garden. It's around here somewhere. Alright, let's look around. Wow, okay. E to interact. I have to use my mouse and keyboard for this then. Goddamn. Hint? Where should I go next? Let's go to the garden. It's through the gate entrance. I'm sure you can find it. Is it here? Can I interact with you? Have you heard of the new poet, Shady Slim? Apparently their work has been in every bookstore from here to the capital. No, but have you heard of Slim Shady? But why, okay. Why is Eminem in this world, though? Hey there. Be careful going into the garden. There's a lot of negative energy coming from there. Almost as if it's got cursed energy. Is that a JJK reference? Huh? Okay. Whatever happened to the JoJo references? We need to bring back the good old days of JoJo references. Also, wait. Do you have something to say to me? You got something to say to me, chump? No? No, you don't. Okay. Got it. I've gotta go. Ooh, door. I shouldn't disturb them. Let's not knock on their door. Sekta's waiting for me. I'm in a hurry. Oh, I think that's where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go right ahead. This is way out of my... Here. It's this, right? Sekta raises his hand below his pale chin, squinting glassy eyes as he dramatically inspects the gate. After another minute or two, I sigh. Sekta, come on, it has to be this. Huh. Alright, good job. You found it. You might start catching up to me if you continue like this. Right, thanks. Catch up? Don't you mean surpass? He scoffs in response, and I can't help but compare his demeanor to one of a sulking child. Is that what you dream about? Sometimes dreams are better off remaining as fiction, my ambitious pupil. What do you dream about, then? Sekta lets my question linger in the air as he gives me an unreadable look. Then it softens, and I feel my skin prickle at the sensation of Sekta's gaze, trailing down my face, past my lips, towards the mirror of Venus. His almost sharp voice cuts off my train of thought. And? Sekta's grin is playful again. And how much you'll owe me once you finally become a mage. Has anyone ever told you you're incredibly tiresome? Sekta feigns a thoughtful expression. Tiresome? Nah. Remarkably talented? Yes. Strikingly handsome? Once or twice. But I can't recall the word tiresome. In fact, I'm not even sure I really know what that means, given it's so far from the kind of person I am. I can't even conceive of the thought. Sometimes, truly, all I can manage to do is stare at the one man play that is my ridiculous mentor. To make it all worse, he is undeniably attractive, and his magic, well, it's magnificent. Though I know it's all in fun when he teases or throws a rare compliment, it's enough to make me falter. Though that hardly happens. Hardly. I pick up at his gloating face and mutter a curse. A face like that really doesn't need to consider consequences. Well, carrying on. I turn my attention back to the gate, but a sturdy metallic lock keeps the doors tightly sealed. I know it's for the quest, but are you sure we're allowed here? It's for the sake of Tassus, Celestine. Rules don't matter. Besides, we are magic. Let's go, Sekta. Sekta's smile hints at amusement as he lets me tug him forward. Stay on guard. Remember, the item is important. We don't know what kind of thieves or criminals might be watching it. I give a firm nod and run my fingers over the sheath that holds my rapier. I'm prepared for anything. Right. I guess we're just moving ahead. It would have made more sense if I had to interact with the door, though. What is this? Okay. Secta? What's wrong? Secta doesn't seem to hear me, and when he turns my direction again, his gaze is avoidant. Are you okay? I know you might be getting nervous since we're getting closer, but I believe in us. I'm fine, but I think this was a bad idea after all. Besides, I'm suddenly feeling famished, so let's head back. What? But you said we had to do this quickly! My hands dive into my bag as I shuffle through my items. If you need food, I think I have a snack in here somewhere. I raise my head, only to witness a surprise flash against my mentor's ivory face. He's laughing, his voice velvety and rich, and my panic dissolves. You're more prepared than I imagined. It's my turn to gloat, and I lift my chin in satisfaction and bravado. Well, of course! You can never be too prepared. Mirth lingers on his lips for a while longer before dissolving into a reluctant sigh. I guess we should keep going. I'm starting to feel better, actually. Already? But you don't want my food? Turning me down wouldn't hurt my feelings, you know. Me? Hurt your feelings? My dearest pupil, I could never. I would even drink poison if you offered it to me. I look at him, at the wink on his ridiculous face and the confidence that leads countless girls to their demise. I wonder if they've ever seen the side of him that I do. How he moans and protests when things don't go his way, or the vivid flash in his blue eyes whenever he's praised. It's an odd feeling, knowing someone like him is on your side, and I don't want to take it for granted. Well, it could never hurt yours either. Is that a promise? I peek up at him playfully, ready to say something just as silly, but the bashful tinge of red on his cheeks almost makes me stumble. The next few moments suddenly feel like hours as I look at him, astonished. My lashes flutter once, maybe twice. I half-heartedly clear my throat as I blurted out my next words. Don't you think you're teasing me too much? There's no way for me to tell if he's serious, and if he is, well, this isn't really the time. Let's keep going, Secta. The Mirror of Venus is waiting for us. Right. We know I'm my dedicated pupil. My nod is steadfast. It takes only a moment for Secta to return to his regular, nonchalant self. Right, I guess we're going that way. I'm guessing that's the mirror. There it is! The Mirror of Venus. This doesn't feel right. I imagine it will be guarded by traps and mazes, that Secta and I would be breathless, worn out with cuts and bruises from the journey here. However, the mirror looks almost friendly in its size. I exchange a look with my counterpart. Don't you think this was too easy? My hand rests on the hilt of my rapier as I carefully eye our surroundings. This must be a trap. There's no way an artifact this important would just be lying here. I mean, anyone could come and get it. Or maybe whoever was guarding it felt the strong presence of my mana and ran away in fear. Despite my exasperation with Secta's boasting, it got me thinking. Secta's mana is potent, but enough to do that. If our enemy were so easily threatened, any of the other students at Calum would have easily secured the mirror too. Why did it have to be us? I'm sure something's going to happen once you grab it. Get ready. Actually, let's just go back. There's no need to take the risk. What? But... It doesn't make sense. He was the one who wanted to come here, to save Priel, yet this is the second time he's wanted to leave without a real explanation. My hands ball into a fist. Though he's taller than me, I'm sure he can feel my annoyance as I glare at him. Explain, Secta. What's going on? Why do you want to leave so much, and why was this so easy? Well, It's because I'm worried about our safety. Is it really? I move to the mirror to pick it up. After a moment of silence, nothing happens. Or is it because the mirror isn't special at all? The mirror is special. It's a collector's item. I can't believe the rage that boils through my body, and at the fact that I've been so easily misled just to be a punchline. I put the mirror back and turn towards Secta. You're insufferable! What was the point? My voice raises as I speak, and even the winds bristle against my tone. You know I'm tired of doing nothing all day with my magic, so you used my excitement for a personal joke? No, I mean, I didn't mean it that way. I just thought you'd want to get out and do something. So why didn't you just say that? Why'd you have to toy with my feelings to make me fear for my life over nothing? Yeah, I just... I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Sekta looks uncomfortable, and I recall everything we've been through since I fell into this world. As a mentor, he's lacking and quite immature. I thought he still cared about me. Not as an equal, but yet... I'm all over my thoughts before speaking. Wow, how can you be so selfish? I wish you respected me. God damn, I need to use my mouse. I just wish you respected me, Sekta. What? What do you mean? Of course I respect you, Celestine. Then why? Why can't you just treat me as an equal? I would have gone with you to get this mirror even if you told me the truth. I know that, but I guess... Maybe I just wanted to see you excited about doing something with me. Surprise drives out any remnant of anger as I stare at his face. I can sense how guilt-ridden his expression is. Then, why don't you give me something else to do besides chores? Then I'd have to do them! Sekta! I'm just kidding. Well, half kidding. Magic is just a normal part of this world, so it's rare for us to do anything special. If you want to come with me to save the cat now and then... you can. Yeah, of course I want to do that. But you're the one who said I could sense my mana when I first came here. That's worth something, right? Maybe together we can do special things. I want to stand as your equal. I want to help contribute to this world like you do. For a brief moment, Sekta smiles, like a flash of light. Then he shifts back into a more serious expression. You know what scares me? What? You. You're the only person I've ever met who can surpass me. Maybe there's a tiny part of me that's jealous. A tiny part. Okay, a little more than that, but I do want to see you grow as a mage. So, I'm sorry again. How about we head back and actually do some work? Work as in cleaning? Work as in magic. I promise. I like the sound of that. Let's go then. Okay. There were actually monsters here? I didn't know. Oh, where were they before? Why are they here now? They must have heard us yelling and followed the noise. Look out! I guess battle time. Oh, 4 of them! Okay, Celestine for a spell. So, Sparkling Burst. I don't know what this does. Power 90. Okay, power 50. Okay, you know what? I think what I'll do is that I'll actually use my spells. Push a fairy 1? Yeah, let's use it against that. Oh! Well, that was easy. Okay, spells. Icicle Blast. Power 20? 20? Wait, go. Okay. Like, what is the point then? Okay, let's do the top one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this might not be good. Okay. You only deal 1 damage? Hello? This is fine. Okay, Fuchsia Fairy, you're dead. Alright. That's dealt with. Next one is you. Okay. God. I don't really know how to make this any more interesting. Like, being honest here. Like, I don't know how to, like, do a commentary on top of these sort of games. Like, what am I supposed to say as I'm just, like, bashing through fairies? Like, really, what do I say? How do people make this interesting? I don't know. I'm not that sort of guy. Well, maybe I could be. Maybe I could make this interesting. But either way, they're already dead, so doesn't matter in the end. Okay, now what? Is that all of them? I don't know, and I don't want to figure that out either. Let's leave. Right, no, I can't touch. Oh my God, I'm stuck. How did I'm stuck. Hey, okay, I'm fine. Okay. I'm just wondering if there's anything else or if I'm just like wasting my time going all the way here. There, looks like a thing I can interact with. Is anything I can interact? No, it's just sparkly for no reason. So what can I interact with? Do we just leave? Is that a thing I can just do? Can I just leave? I think I can probably just leave. I think that's a thing I can probably do. Okay. Let's see. Going out of here. Well, wait. Okay, seriously. Why would it sparkle when there's like nothing else to do there? I'm a little bit curious about that. Okay, are we going back? My confusion only grows. Was the mirror important after all or not? Sekta claimed it was only a collector's item, but then why was it gotta if it really is useless? Sekta, what was... When I moved my eyes to Sekta, I noticed him staring at me with alarm. Celestine, your arm! I follow his gaze on my forearm and I find a horrible wound that makes me recoil. A thin line of warm red blood drips from the whip wound, and the damaged skin is bruising. I must have taken a hit or two without realizing it. Luckily, it doesn't hurt right now, but that could be shock kicking in. You got hurt! Yeah, clearly. I'm fine, doesn't even hurt. Is this mirror important or not? He's clearly worried about my injury, but I can't pay attention to that right now. The anger of being lied to resurfaces in my mind, ready to explode again. I did not think that was gonna get pissed off with that answer. I don't get it. First you tell me it is, then you tell me it's not, and suddenly, now there are monsters protecting it? Is this the fun we're supposed to be having? What? No, I didn't know actual monsters were there. How am I supposed to believe in you now? You lied before. No, I promise. Look, Well... Oh my, are you two okay? An unknown figure suddenly approaches. She is an adult woman, seemingly in her 30s. Her eyes bear worry, even guilt, so I'm not sure why. The school told me they sent some mages to try and deal with the garden. I came as fast as I could. Oh, we're alright. Thanks for asking. This is your garden? It's dangerous here. Yes, it's my garden. I'm Irina Sigret. We should leave quickly. The woman's eyes, previously focused on my injury, looks at Sekta. Once they lock eyes, I feel like they somewhat know each other. Both Sekta and Irina appears a bit uncomfortable. Regardless, Irina seems like a kind woman. She probably has more information about all this than we do. It's nice to meet you. My name is Celestine and this is Sekta. That was your garden. I've never seen anything like that. I'm afraid so, yeah. Her eyes quickly go down, looking at the ground with a timid expression. I glance back at Sekta. It doesn't seem very interested anymore. I'm assuming it wasn't always like that? No, it wasn't. It had a calming beauty to it until about a month ago. In fact, my gardening routine didn't really change, but the plants just stopped growing. That's weird. From what I've learned, there should be a noticeable difference in the surrounding magic to bring aggressive plants to life. They refuse to die or wither, but nothing will bloom there either. And then suddenly, these little monsters appeared, attacking anyone who dares to enter. Well, we should check the perimeter. We should get your arm checked out first, little pupil. We don't want that wound to scar. Oh, right. I glanced at my injury again, but now, somehow it looks worse? Now I understand what Sekta meant. The adrenaline has died down and all I can feel is pain. It's okay. Doesn't hurt that bad. You just said it! All you feel is pain! Are you kidding? You wince every time I touch your arm. Why are you touching my wound? Those plants contain a mild poison that can fester quickly if not treated. They have a what now? That might be a problem. My heart begins to pound rapidly. Don't you worry. I know a young man around here who is a fantastic healer. He owns an apothecary in this neighborhood. It should be quite easy to find, but please go quickly. Yeah, of course, but before we go, when can we meet again, Irina? Since we're going to be helping with your garden problem, we should know the details. We are? Yes, we are. Oh, of course. How about we meet by the fountain tomorrow? How does 1 o'clock work for you two? Yeah, should be. Right, Sekta? I suppose we could make some time. Wonderful. I'll see you then. Hopefully all healed up. Definitely. I'll see you tomorrow. Where are we going? I don't know where we're going now. Why are we going? Also, who are you two? Okay. Did anyone tell you you're not supposed to talk to strangers? Go away! Yikes. That's odd. Hey, can I have a hint, please? Where should I go next? Let's try and find the apothecary. Okay, apothecary. That's a shoe store, that's a fabric store. Doesn't seem to be anything else this way. Where is the apothecary? Should look for a building with, are you the apothecary? You look like the apothecary. I can't interact with that. Okay, that is a weapon store. That looks like a bread store. That looks like a library. Okay, where is the apothecary? That looks like a tavern. Where? I did not appreciate that view. Okay, where's the apothecary at? Is it towards the back of the town? That's a bag. That's the mail. Where the hell is it? Apothecary! And it freezes me right here. It's here. How are you holding up? It stings, but my anxiety about the wound is affecting me more than the physical injury itself. I'm okay. Let's go in. Alright, I guess we're just going in. Hello? You don't look spooky. The air is thick, with an intoxicating blend of dried lavender and a dash of peppermint. Even a few of the elixirs that line the rustic shelves give off iridescent hues, and I can tell immediately that the place is well loved and well stocked. Welcome, dear patrons. Sekta immediately stiffens next to me, and as my eyes raise to meet the eyes of our greeter, I quickly understand why. His smile is wickedly handsome. Can I see his handsome mug? Can I please? My name is Ambrose Briar Lilliand, but to keep it simple, you may call me Ambrose. My name is Sekta Arlington. To keep it simple, you can call me Sekta. My eyes roll at my mentor's theatrics, but Ambrose seems amused at Sekta's attempt to be petty. Oh, so why can't I see how handsome the apothecary is? I need to see it! I'm Celestine. A pleasure to meet you both. What can I help you with? Ambrose's rose-colored eyes quickly notice the gash on my arm before I can explain. His brows pull together. Please, take a seat at the bed while I prepare a few things. He gestures to the bed behind him before throwing me one more glance. And rest easy. I'll treat you well. My heart skips a beat at his words. Despite myself, I know he's only talking about treating my wounds, but... I shake my head, and at Ambrose's confused look, I immediately transition into a nod. Yeah, I mean, sure. Let's go, Sekta. All right. Okay, to the bed we go. Ambrose is busy going through his things, so I decided it's a good time to question Sekta. By the way, you knew her, right? What do you mean? Irina, you knew her enough to act cold. Yes, I might know her vaguely. She's a cigarette, even if she's not of direct lineage. A cigarette? Is that another powerful house? That's what they like to think. We've got some history and some gifted mages, but it's nothing compared to Arlington. He brings his hand to his neck awkwardly. It's safe to say we're not in good terms. I realized the garden was owned by a cigarette, so that's why I wanted to leave. Yeah, it was a surprise when she showed up. I recall his poker face, and the idea of all of his panic thoughts in that moment makes me grin. Irina Cigarette is a strong and kind woman. Are you guys close? As Ambrose talks, he wipes at my wound with a wet towel. It's so gentle that I hardly feel any pain at all. Not close, per se. She frequented the apothecary because her sickly husband needed medicine. Unfortunately, he passed away recently. Oh no. I don't know. And how could you? But she's always been well known for being helpful to the community. That's wonderful! She's the one who sent us here. Ambrose tends to my injury with his hands now. A glow emits around his fingers, its cooling touch dancing around my wound. It feels soothing, and I try to focus on the sensation rather than how close he is to me. Then... Celestine. Yeah? Oh, now I can't see it! And also, the why is it playing my hair? I raise my head at my name, and his thumb brushed against my cheek. It's warm, gentle, and I meet his eyes in shock. You had a fallen lash. Don't lose too many. They protect your pretty eyes. I'll try. My words come out as stutter. I'll protect them. At Secta's voice, I can't help but snap out of it. He wears a childlike frown, and my lips raise at the sight of it. You'll protect my eyes? Of course. We have sunglasses at home. He looks down at my wound, and I follow his gaze to see that my arm is now free of any marks or discoloration. It was like I was never hurt to begin with. Whoa, Ambrose, you're amazing. I'm just happy to help. There should be no lingering poison, but if you begin to experience any side effects, visit me again. I'm sure she'll be fine. How do you feel, Celestine? I hold out my arm for him, and he finally cracks a smile. Good. I feel all better. Good. Then we better be off. How much do I owe you, Ambrose? Nothing. If you're working on fixing the garden, that's enough payment for me. Are you sure? Certain. Thank you so much. Really? Yeah. Thank you for healing my student. Hopefully we won't see you again. Secta! What? It's because I don't want you to get hurt again. Ambrose gives a low laugh. It was nice meeting you two as well. Good luck with your task. I look at his charming smile once more before giving a nod. You too. I'll see you around. Or maybe not. Secta's juvenile attitude makes me sigh, but I can't help the fact that it's cute to witness the jealous side of him. I hope to see it again. Right, I guess we are out. Well, that was something. And what's wrong with your face? As he says this, I realize that I can't stop grinning. He seems a bit pouty about it. Nothing. What's nothing? I didn't say anything. Just tell me already. Fine. Then can I ask you a question? Okay. Do I have, are you jealous? Could you act more kindly? Are you jealous? Are you perhaps jealous? His eyes widen in astonishment, as if he hadn't expected me to mention it. His lips curl downwards in his usual childish manner. What? I feel my grin widen at the sight of a faint blush on his cheeks. You seem to dislike him, and I can't think of any other reason. I don't like him because he has a strange aura. Heh, if you say so. Secta's face turns away from mine, and he scoffs. But then he breaks into a wholehearted laughter, full of innocent mischief. He's like a child who has never been in trouble and sees grounding as a milestone to achieve. Besides, there's no reason for me to feel jealous, is there? I'm a trusted teacher, after all. Who else is as capable as I am? It would be best for you to stick around me so that I can protect you. His grin grows as he speaks, while I fight the urge to roll my eyes. I guess I got what I asked for. A tease for a tease. I'm starving. Let's go so you can get me some food. I grin at his words because so Secta always speaks like this. He's the one who pays every time. It's a nice way of showing he's grateful for the things I do without having to hurt his pride and say the words out loud. Secta leads the way to the bakery, but I can notice him occasionally checking on me and my arm. Maybe he was really bothered by it. No matter. We'll help Irina, and those plant monsters won't take us by surprise again. Finally, I'm using my magic to do something useful. I'm ready for tomorrow. Right. Okay. I'm glad we could meet again. Is your injury feeling better? Yeah. Thank you so much for recommending that apothecary. It helped a lot. Maybe too much. Ignore him. He's just being silly. So, we wanted to ask more about the garden. You said the plant started acting weird a month ago. Yeah, I was surprised too. I used to garden there with my husband all the time, and things were always so peaceful. Irina's face turns solemn as she continues. Guess it's been a while since then. What do you mean? Well, I'm not sure if you know this already, but he passed away a couple months ago. It was a shock to me, to all of us, for him to suddenly go like that. I'm sorry. Must be hard for you to adjust. Irina gives a slight chuckle. I wish I wasn't a bit. I'm just embarrassed, I guess. All my life, I've been preparing to be a good wife, and just a few years after our marriage, I find myself widowed. Life tends to be bitter that way. I throw a face of disbelief at Sekta, and he quickly clears his throat. But I'm sure he was a great guy, and a great husband. Yeah, he was a wonderful provider. He always led the way for me and made it so that I was comfortable in our home. He made running the manor feel easy. Do you have any children? Irina shakes her head. It's hard for me to get a read of her emotions. We didn't get that far. So then, what do you do now? Any hobbies? I figure you can't garden that much. Actually, the plants are quite kind to me. I've never been attacked. Not once. Except, there's nothing I can do either. The flowers don't grow. They don't die or wither. It's like they're frozen in time. And for what I do now, I'm not sure. Her laugh is airy, useful even, but also uncertain. Surely there's something. Maybe reading? Do you have a club you're a part of? I didn't have much room for hobbies or friends. I spent most of my time caring for the manor and my husband. He would sometimes tell me to take a break, and that's when we would garden. I suppose they're the only two things I had. There's nothing else you dreamed of? A different life you wanted? There's a pause in the air, and I almost worry that Sekta's bluntness has offended her. I guess I did want to travel. I've only ever been in Tassus. That sounds amazing. There's so many places you could go. I hear the weather in the south is lovely this time of the year. Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, the garden and manor still need me. We'll solve your garden problem. Don't worry. Sekta might not look like it, but he's a capable mage. Irina's words come out gentle and amused. Oh, I'm aware of the Arlington skill, and I'm thankful for your help, especially since I know it might not be comfortable for you. It's fine. Plants aren't a big deal anyway. We'll save the garden, Irina. Even if we don't know what's causing it, we'll find out. Right, Sekta? Yeah. I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much, and please, don't get hurt. Now it's time for us to keep my promise and head to the garden. Hopefully we can clear some of it out. Okay, I guess we're going back to the garden. Oh, dear God. Okay, going back here, and yeah, blowing. Oh, come on. Ready to find some flowers? I don't have a choice, do I? Yeah. Let's go. Oh, God, why? Okay, so we need to find some flowers, and I don't know what's the deal with that. They're probably either to the right or the left, or on the left. They're on the left. Okay, they're probably in the greenhouse we saw at that time. Probably. Nope. Nope. They're on the... Well, my God. Whoa. There's a lot more than yesterday. I guess I knew we'd be back. Let's see how many we can clear out. Right. I don't know how I can deal with this. Let's check spells. Sparking Burst. I suppose... Lily Guard? Yeah, Lily Guard. Yeah, boink. Oh, boy, that was not enough. That was not enough power. Oh, boy. Doink. Okay, good. That's one down. Okay, yikes. Okay, I'm seriously wondering, is the icicle attack gonna, like, do enough damage? I'm so curious about that. But I don't have enough mana, so, Fuchsia Fairy. Let's hit Fuchsia Fairy. Yeah. Yoink. And I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea. Oh no. Okay, I need to play this safe. I need to play this safe. God, Sekta is like, I don't know whether power correlates to like how much strength that attack does. I really don't. But anywho, Sparking Burst to the Lily God. Okay, goodbye. Okay, and attack Lily Guard. Okay, because for now, like, I guess the archetypes that are available is that, okay, Celestine is definitely like a damage dealing mage or some sort. I don't know about Secta. I really don't know. I'm going to try. No, I might need the mana for later. So, push your fairy. Let's go. Alright. Nice. Victory. Okay. Now what? Is that all? Is there more? I think that's enough for today. There's only a few left, so let's get some dinner and head back to the school. We aren't even done! Good idea. I can feel my stomach growling. Right. The school is quiet, and with the moon high in the sky, the warm hue of light paints against the walls and floors and shapes. The same colors light up Secta, and his already stark white hair almost shimmers against the dim shadows of the hall. We met up after getting ready for bed just to quickly debrief what our plan was for tomorrow. Yet, the serene environment made discussions of fighting seem unnecessary. So, you impressed? Secta's words came out easily, with the low chime of his voice as musical. Impressed about what? My magic skills, of course. He lifted his fingers, and as it twirls, a perfectly translucent snowflake emerges, its edges glassy and cold. You know, I've been told since I was young how special I am. Are you bragging? Nah, I'm just saying. It never really mattered to me what they said, though, because knowing you're good at something doesn't make you feel any type of way unless there's a drive, a reward. Like when you win a race, it feels good proving that you're fast compared to others telling you that you're fast. Exactly. I knew you'd get it. When I was young, I felt like I was in that race, until I got further and further ahead and no one was running with me anymore. The snowflakes disintegrate into thin air, and Secta clutches his fist. It starts to feel like I don't matter anymore. I've won and I'm done. Secta. Your spell isn't even that strong. Like, what are you talking about? He turns to me. His eyes are so clear. I don't feel that way recently. I think it's because of you. It's a rare occasion when he gives me a smile that isn't full of mischief or mockery, and at the sight of a genuine grin from my mentor himself, my lips can't help but copy it. Yeah? Because now you have some competition, huh? His mouth twists into a more familiar expression. Well, not yet. Hey! I bat my arm against him, and he laughs. The sound boyish and free, and I remember that behind his elegant facade is just a young boy trying to figure things out. Just like me. You'll catch up. Then we can really race. A twinkle shines in his eyes at the last part, and I hold my hand out. He looks it over with a curious expression before grasping onto it, and I give him a firm shake. You're on, then. But I know it's not the same, but I feel similarly to you. I let our hands fall, and they land just a hair's breadth apart. I was just a salary worker before I came here. Day in, day out, I was doing the same mundane thing, praying that something exciting would finally happen. Something like a race? Secta says it kindly, and as I peek up into his eyes, I see my reflection stare back. I wonder if he sees me this way, as bright and clear. He's closer now, and I know if I move, our shoulders will touch. Yeah, like a race. So that's why what? I want to thank you. I wish we could do more thrilling things. Want to say thank you? I want you to know that I really appreciate all you've done for me, Secta. I know sometimes we argue, but I'm really happy here. Yeah? I nod, and his kind smile feels like a dream. He averts his eyes away from me, towards the wall in front of us, but I feel the soft, warm touch of his finger grazing mine. When I quickly turn to look at him, he keeps his face straight, but the moonlight spares no expense, illuminating his now blushed cheeks. A small laugh escapes my lips, and Secta pouts, his eyes barely shifting to meet mine. What? Nothing, I just think you're cute. The boy next to me scoffs, but I can see how the corners of his lips raise. We already knew that. Did we? Of course. The simplicity of his response triggers a yawn, and I rub my eyes sleepily, only now realizing how tired I am. Maybe not. Either way, I think it's time to sleep. Don't you? Sekta's gaze is a second longer than usual. With what almost seems like reluctance, he nods. Yeah, alright. Let's save some energy for tomorrow. But Celestine, it was nice. I like talking to you like this. His honesty takes me by surprise, and I can't help the brush of pink that paints my cheeks. Me too. My eyes soak up the picture of him once more before I give in to exhaustion. See you in the morning, Sekta. Good night. Alright. We're back here again! I did a good job yesterday. There are hardly any left. Not a bad team, huh? Better than I expected. See, just because I'm inexperienced doesn't mean I can't learn fast. Yeah, I was joking about you catching up to me before, but now I'm starting to get a little worried. My laugh is brighter than usual, and I peek up at Sekta. Fighting alongside him makes me feel like we're truly equals, partners even. And after our conversation last night, I'm beginning to feel more comfortable around him. Maybe I even want to be around him. Well, there's still a part of the garden we haven't gone to yet. The greenhouse. I hope it's not a pain. Boss fight? Probably a boss fight. Probably. Let's see. It is a boss fight. I am so screwed. What is that? It's huge. Yeah, must be the main cause of the garden problem. You see that? It's guarding something. It's a portrait. Looks like Erina. The guy next to her must be her husband. Why would this plant be guarding a portrait? Maybe we can ask. Very funny. Are you ready? Like always. I am not ready for this, but I have no choice. Why does it look like you've got a couple of things dangling down there? I think it's guarding something. Yeah, we already established that. Oh, God. Well, what do I do? Okay, let's see. Spells. Sparkling burst on the lily guard. Yeah, boykeys. Okay, and I should get rid of that first. I don't know how to deal with like the boss though. I guess this is a chance for okay, tentacles, great. Okay. Let's get rid of the other lily guard first. Yeah, boinkies. Oh, that barely did anything. Okay. How much damage does Icicle Blast do? I'm so curious. Okay, does it do anything? Oh, it's a flurry. So 4 times 20, that would be, God, how much is that? 80 damage. It does 80 damage. Why did I do that? I should have used the spell. God. Okay, yeah, boink. Okay, tentacles again. Okay, this is fine. Sparkling burst. Hiya, take that. All right. And now Icicle Blast on the Morning Daisy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Okay, I wish that was communicated a little better, though. I wish it was communicated a little better, like what the spell does. But anyway, hiya! I can't believe I'm actually just using, like, I can't believe I'm just using my wand to just, like, hit it. Or is that my sword? Oh, yeah, it's a sword. Oh. Phase 2? Oh, victory. Okay, I thought it was a phase 2. Would have been great if that was a phase 2. Alright. What now? Wait! What? Please wait! This is all I have! Erina desperately pleads as she spreads her arms in front of the snapping monstrosity behind her. The creature doesn't attack her and continues to jerk in our direction angrily, but luckily, it doesn't get any closer. What do you mean? I don't know, but I don't think these plants mean any harm. They're just scared. Of us? They attacked first! Erina's head shakes furiously, her eyes focused on the ground, and I can just make out a single tear trail on her cheek. Because they're afraid. They're just protecting the garden. A tear-filled gaze peers upwards. I follow it to the portrait. The Erina in the painting has a gentle smile, an elegant posture, and perfectly pinned hair. She rests easy at her husband's side. When I bring my eyes back down, I'm met with wet cheeks and dark circles. Erina's hair is messily undone. Her expression mimics what the plants displayed. Fear. She speaks again. Her words quiet and coarse. They're protecting my memories. You think your memories are all you have? I step towards her and feel Sekta tense, his eyes glued on the monster behind her. I know he'll be fine. Erina gives a weak nod, and trickles of her tears begin to paint the floor beneath us. When she sniffles, I reach out, pulling her into my arms. Her body relaxes in my grasp. Erina, your marriage doesn't define you. You weren't just a wife, and now you're not just a widow. Her tear-stained lashes sink against my shoulder. Then what am I? When she raises her head, light makeup smears against her face. I can't help but gently rub it away. You're Erina. You can be whoever or whatever you want to be. I don't know how. Then we'll show you. His voice surprises us both, as we both turn into his direction. I have an idea. Celestine, you know the window. The window? Suddenly it clicks. The window! Yeah! I troll back to Erina, and my hands grasp her narrow shoulders. We want to show you something. Come with us. She sniffles again, bringing out a handkerchief, as her uncertain eyes looks back at the now pacified monster, then proceeds to lock with mine. She gives a timid nod. All right. Window. We're finally here. Okay, Erina, close your eyes and hold my hand. She does as I ask, a healthy, suspicious expression on her face. To be fair, it is a weird situation to be in. I glance in the room. It's quite popular for alumni who want to have some fresh air between the stress of being a magic student in such a prestigious academy, so everyone tries their best to keep the space clean and organized. And finally, the reason why this tower receives the nickname, the window. I lead Erina in front of it, and the sun's warm rays light up against her cheeks. I can't contain my excitement and glance at Sekta. He seems lost in his own thoughts, and a small confident smile is idle on his face. Now open your eyes. I can see Sekta sneakily going behind us when I say that. As soon as he sees Erina opening her eyes, his childish smile gets a bit wider. I feel a strong wind passing through us, shaking the curtains and loosening up Erina's hair, the strands dancing in Sekta's elemental magic. What do you see? She steps forward in the window's direction, eyes shining in a way I haven't seen before. I guide her as close to the rails as I can, her hands naturally holding the painted wood, too immersed in drinking in the image in front of her. The world is big. There's so much to see and do, and you're free to experience all of it. You don't have to stay tied to your roots. You can spread your wings and soar the skies for as long as you want. And even if you fly the world and end up exactly where you started, wouldn't it be fun to have seen it all anyway? Erina's eyes start to water, her tears glistening in delight. Unable to contain my happiness, I look at Sekta and my heart skips a beat. He's focusing on the horizon as well, one of his arms lazily leaning on the window. His silver locks dance in the comfortable breeze, his fair skin glowing in the gold light in a way I have never noticed before. Look at him now, Sekta simply as beautiful. Thank you, dear. I'm sure your husband will be happy to see you exploring and enjoying your life even now. Yeah, he wouldn't want you to halt your life. You're right. These lands are vast and full of beauty. I shouldn't be so caught up in my own fears. I'm sure there are plenty of new things to experience. Although I'm thankful, I can't help but wonder if I'm allowed to be in such a gorgeous room. My eyes at Sekta's find each other. Well, it is quite a restricted room. But my clearance is quite high, so you shouldn't worry too much. I see. Erina's smile is warm and relaxed. She looks back at the city, bathed in gold, one last time with a hopeful shine in her eyes, and turns back to us, determined. But I believe I have some final business to attend. Let's finish this then. Well, why are we back here? Back at the greenhouse, there are no more plant monsters and the attacking flowers, now minuscule in size and anger. Looking now, it really feels like it was just scared. I believe you already noticed its weak point. Yes, I believe that was the last flower I tended before things start to get out of hand. We move in the monster's direction in slow, careful steps. It looks docile now. I can't shake the worry in my chest. We're right here with you, Erina. She smiles in response. The atmosphere is still tense. When her eyes meet the monster's, her features seem to relax, but they're sad. A look that you would give to an abused dog who now bites indiscriminately. I'm sorry, little one. I made you suffer, didn't I? Erina stretches her hand to the creature. My breathing stops as both me and Secta prepare to attack in the off chance something goes wrong. But it doesn't. The monster cries quietly, melting in her owner's touch. It's okay now. We don't need to dwell in any more aggression or grief. Erina's hands travel delicately in the monster's head, patting it with an almost motherly touch. She touches the base of the pink flower on top of its head. So, I believe it's time we move on now. With a tender smile and a gentle pull, Erina severs the flower out of the plant's head, and we see it slowly crumble, appendices transforming into crunchy leaves which are taken by the soothing wind. She sighs, turning to us after. Thank you, you two. Although, I will miss this place terribly. I have never been more excited to know what the future holds. And that's thanks to both of you. She seems not only at peace, but even hopeful now. The light in her eyes now back. I'm happy for her. And for what I can see, Secta is too. Finally, it's over. That was quite an experience. I'm so glad you two were chosen to help me with the garden problem. Is that what happened, Secta? You never actually told me. Secta shifts awkwardly as he brings his hand behind his head. Not exactly. He sighs dramatically. It seems my professor bested me on this one. I wasn't aware that there was a monster problem when we came here. Erina's now brightened face takes on a look of surprise. Really? Then what brought you to the garden? I do my best to make a show as I turn towards him too, and at the heat of both our stares, he averts his gaze. Can't seem to recall. It's wonderful that I'm here then, since I can recall perfectly. I look back at Erina. You know of the mirror, right? The mirror of Venus? Erina nods. Yes, quite well. My husband wanted it at an auction because he thought I'd like it. It seems Secta also had his eyes on the prize. It's a collector's item, right? You can't blame me. But yeah, my professor informed me that the mirror was here, so I originally wanted to see who had it now and try to bargain. Erina gave a light laugh, and I'm relieved to hear how lively she sounds. Life spills through her, and she almost seems more saturated. Is that so? Well, after everything you've done, the least I can do is offer it to you. Secta hesitates for a moment as he thinks. Then, that would be unnecessary. My gaze now feels blank as I blink in astonishment at my mentor's words. I thought for certain he'd jump at the chance to get it, especially after having done so much work. Are you sure? I can fetch it for you quickly. It's just right there in the garden. We could get it ourselves. No, please. I think it's better suited here with you, with your garden and with your memories of your husband. Besides, I don't need a mirror to tell me I'm handsome. I'm well aware of this fact already. Ah, yes. There he is. Still, I can't help the way my heart swells with affection, and I still think to myself how endearing Secta can be. Erina gives a gentle smile. Thank you, Secta. That's very kind of you. It's what I'm renowned for, after all. I'm not so sure about that. Erina laughs again, this time looking at the both of us. You two are lovely together. I hope you continue to support each other like this. I don't know if this problem would have been solved if I'd had any others on the job, so thank you again. I peek shyly at Secta and our gazes lock. We're both quick to look away. Thank you, Erina. We'll always be here for you. I'm so excited to see what you do now. Speaking of, I already have some ideas. Looking out the window really did work wonders and inspire me, and I believe it's time to revisit one of my traveling books. There's some at the library too. Of course. I do hope we run into each other sometime. I reach out to hold her hands, and she grasps them tight. Me too. Call out whenever you wish. Erina gives a beaming smile and a nod before letting go. I will. And now, I think I'd better be off. I can't express my gratitude, so thank you again. It was no problem. We'll see you soon. I look forward to it. I'm surprised, Secta. What do you mean? I mean the mirror! I wasn't expecting you to refuse it. Well, I remembered that I have plenty of mirrors already. As you know, I am comfortable in my finances. Of course. I thought you'd like it more if she kept it. It belongs to her. You were thinking about me? Is that so surprising? You are my favorite student. Ah! It's cute! A wave of affection crashes into me once again. Before I can even help myself, I'm on my toes and my lips pressed against Secta's warm cheek. Secta's eyes are wide and closed as he stares back at me in surprise. And the tint of red that spreads rapidly against his face is so cute. I almost want to do it again. And you're my favorite teacher, Secta. He places his hand against the spot I kissed, and his lips morph into a kind, gentle smile. I'm your only teacher, Celestine. Hearing him copy my usual phrase makes us both burst into laughter. His laugh is so melodic, so magical and fitting of him that I want to just bottle up the sound and keep it on my desk forever. Should we head back now? Yeah, let's go home. And in that moment, I'm so happy to know that our home is with each other. Anyway, that was Celestine 1 to 11. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this game for yourselves, the link to the game will be in the description below. And yeah, I do like how this demo actually drops you in the middle of the story so we can get used to like some of the mechanics so that we can take a look at what the story is going to be like. I do wish that we could actually see like some of the character sprites. And there are some issues with playing it on controller. So like you definitely want to just use your mouse and keyboard for this. But otherwise, like, yeah, it's pretty decent. It does need some polish here and there, especially with how it transitions from scene to scene and with interacting with the world. But otherwise, yeah, this is pretty solid. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.